about the camera? Okay. My name is Dan Brightwell. I'm the chairperson of the Southfield Veterans Commission. Today is July the 16th, 2008, and we're in the Southfield Public Library. We are recording this for the Veterans History Project of the Library of Congress. Today we have Mr. Lipman, a veteran. So, Mr. Lipman, could you give us your name?
Arthur Lipman, L-I-P-M-A-N.
Okay. Place of birth?
Detroit, Michigan. Date of birth, 12/6/26.
Okay, all right. Were you drafted or enlisted?
I was originally drafted, but after, how do we say? I was originally drafted. I served from March of 45 to November of 45 as a draftee.
Okay.
In November of 45, the government offered us a deal for a solid one-year enlistment. And we became enlisted for exactly 1 year.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. Where were you born? Where were you born?
Detroit.
In Detroit, okay.
Yeah.
What was your birthday?
12/6/26.
Okay, I probably asked it already.
Yeah, don't worry.
Okay, all right. All right. What were you doing before you enlisted and before you went into service?
Before I was drafted, I was in school.
Okay, you were in school?
Well,
okay.
yeah.
High school? High school?
High school and one term of college, and then I went in.
Okay, okay. All right. When you were enlisted, where did you go and
You mean when I was drafted or enlisted?
when you first went in, when you enlisted?
When I went to Camp Wheeler, Georgia, Macon, Georgia.
Oh, Macon, Georgia?
Macon, Georgia. Worst town I've ever been in.
How'd you get there?
The Army sent me there.
By train or bus?
By train. By train, yeah.
Okay. How long? That was a long trip, wasn't it?
From Chicago.
Wow.
Well, you go to Fort. Yeah. I don't know. Who can remember that far back?
Okay.
The long trip was to California and back.
Oh, okay. Okay, so when you enlisted, they sent you to Chicago. Is that right?
Yeah. From here to Chicago to Fort Sheridan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And Sheridan there's just the induction center.
Right. The induction center's here, then they send you to Fort Sheridan, and then you're placed, and then I was sent to Camp Wheeler, Georgia.
Was that basic?
Basic training, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How did you adjust to basic and
well, after 3 weeks, I caught pneumonia and spent 2 weeks in the hospital.
Wow. Down in Georgia, you caught pneumonia?
In Georgia, yeah. Wow. I was getting penicillin up the rear end for every 4 hours in those days.
Wow.
In those days, yeah.
Wow. That's interesting. Okay. So once you were cured of the pneumonia, did you get into the regular basic training?
I went into basic training, but for some reason I got lucky. Because I'd been ill and had pneumonia, they took it easy on me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I finished my basic a lot easier than most people did.
Oh,
in other words, when there was something hard came up, they left me in the barracks.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. So once you became healthy, so to speak, what did you think of the food and what did you think of the environment?
Well, that's a difficult question. I have an incident I always tell. We were in Florida and Georgia, walking down the street. The war had ended. And we had an older man in I even remember his name, Pop McSween, we called him. He was a man of 37, almost 38 years old. He was ready to be discharged. He was a dirt farmer in Georgia. Lived outside of